It's going to look like the video's glitching, but it's just of her for like 6 seconds.
Oh, great. It does seem like it's glitching, but it's just it's a video. Just
this
keep
is
waiting.
A video, I promise. There it is.
Great.
Wait,
did Ellen DeGeneres?
This
is her girl?
Yeah, AI had it way off.
Do you think that she found her via her post?
Is there captions? Nothing?
So her caption, this is funny you bring this up, it just says Anna Maria Island with a few emojis. Every winter, I go to Anna Maria Island, so I very much look forward to seeing her.
Oh,
wow.
Okay, she's
being either one of their pronouns, but seeing one of them in Anna Maria Island.
Seeing them.
Yeah, seeing them. Yes. Yeah, Rachel's grandma has a place down there, so I can't wait. I'm going to find them.
You are. I hope get her on the podcast. We want to hear how she found her.
The comments, as you can expect, are just amazing. Top comment says, someone finally took one for the team. And then most of the comments are like, is this the 4-foot insomniac nurse who always apologizes, doesn't know what day it is, suffers some depression, anxiety, scrolls the tickety talks?
She does look 5 foot something.
I do really need to know.
5 foot something.
I need her to come back and say, listen, guys, she checks all these things off and just give us a rundown of like what she checks off and what she doesn't.
This is Bethany. She's insomniac, has anxiety, has a texting and driving accident.
Just a video.
Has insulin problems.
Photo of her just passed out on the beach. It's like she slept horrible last night.
All that TikTok.
It's my girl right there, man.
Other people are saying like, all right, I'll just go ahead and say it. This ain't the girl she described in her videos.
Where are the tattoos?
Oh, I thought you wanted her covered in mud.
Isn't she supposed to be a nurse?
Come on, right?
I'm happy how it works out for her. We're back. Correct opinions. We've got a great episode for you guys today. Katie's got shoes on today.
And
a pedicure?
Do. A pedicure and shoes.
What color?
Oh, just like a nice pinky color.
Okay.
Cool.
What color would
What
you
is
prefer?
it not? Does it not have a fun name?
Yeah, we went over all the fun names last week.
You know, that's the issue with the nail salon.
Just say no.
It does, I'm sure, but they put it on a little.
It was in Vietnamese.
When it's gel, it's in a little wheel and it just puts a number. So it's number like 265.
Oh, that's bad customer service.
You know, so I'm sure it does have a fun name, but I don't know it.
265 is cool.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just. That's what's amazing about these days. There's a translator. So let's just find out what this is. Were they Vietnamese? The people you?
The 265 is not going to translate to a.
Were they Vietnamese? Were they Vietnamese?
He's like, I'm going to stop you right now.
I don't think so.
Were they Vietnamese?
No.
What?
Oh, great.
What, you don't think so?
They were not. I don't know.
Were they Asian?
Yes.
Then they're Vietnamese.
Yeah, they were Vietnamese.
Yeah, you didn't know. That's kind of their thing.
Did they look like me? Or did they look like... Mm-hmm. Oh, they did look like me. Oh.
No.
Pink color. Because Vietnamese is a very fun language to say.
Really?
I don't know if you've ever heard it.
What
and
can,
I
you,
just want to make sure
what
I do it
can
right.
you say
Well,
in Vietnamese?
Just listen.
Màu hồng.
That's pink color in Vietnamese.
Mo hum?
Mo hung.
Mo hung. All right.
That wasn't as fun as I thought it would be. Ballerina, slipper. Oh my goodness. That's like 9 words.
Trượt chân của nữ diễn viên ballet.
Oh, it is. It sounds like ballet.
Trượt chân của nữ diễn viên ballet.
Chen chen cuistin bien ballet.
Oh, is this, you know this because you follow that like person on TikTok who cooks in Vietnam? Is this why you know?
We shouldn't have talked about them.
Yeah, they're coming for us now. Trey's
my
fault.
Mo hung. We're back. Like, subscribe. Got a great episode for you guys. Let's roll music.
Correct opinions. Correct opinions.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. Katie, what's something you wish you could learn?
How to be more curious.
How to be more
curious. Well, aren't you in luck? Because this BetterHelp ad read is about how to rediscover your curiosity. I mean,
wow, it's one of the bullet
Katie.
points. That's crazy.
These ad reads, they're paying us good money for these.
I didn't say that I needed to learn how to read. I can read.
Well, BetterHelp. BetterHelp is a great option if you're thinking of starting therapy. And why would you start therapy? Well, for a number of reasons. Maybe one is because you need to reconnect with your sense of wonder. You're looking at your kids. They're in their back to school era. Why aren't you? Okay. Just because you're an adult doesn't mean you should stop learning and seeking new passions, curiosity, etc., etc.
Learn about yourself.
Learn about yourself, and therapy can do that. BetterHelp's a great option. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire, get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can also switch therapists anytime for no additional charge.
Holy cow. Rediscover your curiosity, Katie, with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/correct today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/correct.
I mean, how perfect is this for me?
I saw something on my way over here and I had the thought, I was like, this feels like something Trey would normally like notice and be upset about. So I think I'm turning into you. Have you noticed the upside down letter hats? You know, there are too many cities, too many states.
The first time I saw it,
Dallas was cool.
you're like, I guess that's cool. Like, oh, it's upside down.
Dallas was cool.
And you see it and you kind of go, oh,
That's kind of fun.
Dallas.
The past 2 weeks, every city, every state, every county, every job, every first
college,
name,
every university,
it's
every
all
football
upside down.
team.
I'm sick of it.
And football starts this weekend. Yep. And it's gonna be a sea of upside down hats.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like it was an upset. Well, they're both upside down. I can't see who beat who. I don't know. Was it a 12 seed
playing?
or are you 21? I don't know. They're kind of a mohawk colored team.
Have you seen the Dad Gang hats? Dad Gang.
Yeah.
That's what's the problem. E-commerce, I know you're in the game a little bit. Shout out to all the e-commerce people, but that's the problem too. Some guy in his office in Cleveland's like, I'm gonna put Dad Gang on a hat. And he just struck gold, and there's 1 million now.
Yeah.
I don't know how people see. It's almost a rule of thumb for me. If I see too many paid ads of of mostly a clothing item, I'm like,
Never.
Well, I know that 1 million basic dudes are getting fed this, and they're like, oh, that's sick.
That's a
and
good
they're gonna
point.
buy it. I'm like, so I'm not gonna buy it now.
Would you buy a Dad Gang hat anyways?
I want to so bad.
Oh, really?
No,
You're in the game.
I wore it upside down. Dad, is that on the market?
Upside down dad?
Dude, we just make $1 million.
We're trying to make fun of something. We're like, actually, we might have something here. For 3 more weeks, this could be really popular. Upside down dad hat.
Yep. Etsy. Someone's put it on Etsy.
Etsy,
It's just
not the
dad
way to go.
upside
Etsy
down.
has a lot of things on it.
Yeah, everything's up. Georgia upside down. Do you want a hat that says Georgia upside down?
No. Thanks for asking.
Butker upside down.
Oh,
Could be fun. So like a year or two ago, there was this hat company in
Trump.
Dallas, I think, that created these, and then they were cool. And I feel like Dallas is like a good amount of letters. They did a
Yeah.
collab with Dude Perfect, Dude upside down, a good amount of letters. But now I saw Pepperdine upside down. Pepperdine curved upside. Looks like it's crowded there, dude.
That's out of control.
It's crowded. I don't like it.
If you search upside down hat, there's 50 million options of words. They just slapped upside down on a hat.
Yeah, it's getting way too popular, and it's the one trend I've noticed ever. So proud of myself.
Proud of you too.
That is getting cool.
I don't get out much these days, so I haven't noticed it. So
Really?
It's kind of.
I have to pay attention.
Oh,
Derek, what was
bless
that,
you, Derek. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie. This one has Austin upside down, and it really easily reads as autism. So that's the risk you run.
Yeah,
That's what
'cause
I
you-
thought when it first said that. I was like, oh my gosh, who's selling a hat that says that on it?
Hey, don't make fun of the way
Hey,
they write.
come on, dude. Yeah.
I mean, if you just do mom upside down, it just says wow.
Ooh, that's a good. Yeah.
Like an ambigram vibes.
Upside down dad, upside down mom hat. Are they out there? Mama. So that's how they say it.
Wah,
Mother.
wah. It's a Wawa. It's a gas station hat.
And then someone thought of this. Mom turned upside down spells wow. They just kind of explain it on the hat.
Oh, it says it on
Mm-hmm.
just in case anyone needed to know.
Yeah, Nashville upside down. You can hardly make it out.
That's what I'm
it
saying.
says.
It's too many letters. A lot of
too
these.
many.
You're right, and you end up filling in the blanks of what you think it spells.
Trump upside down. Does that mean you support him?
Oh yeah, or is it like putting the cross upside down? It's like the worst thing you can do. Yeah, I don't know
Exactly.
what that means. What's MAGA upside down? Why? I don't know.
MAGA upside down. V, almost like a V.
Either way, it just needs to stop. I've seen enough of it. It was cool for a little bit, and I've just seen enough. Margs upside down. Stop. Don't put that on a hat. I'm looking at it right now.
The hats are tough too because I feel like our generation, especially the guys, need to lean on hats a bit more these days. and girl dad hat that says dad on it, hat that says dad upside down. It is just too much.
Rachel will get upset at me if I wear that hat too long. She's like, "Hey, you were blessed with good hair. Why are you wearing a hat?" I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't know that.
When you start to feel that your hair, that you could benefit from hats more often, like myself. I had a Great Lake weekend. I'd wear a hat the whole time. Not only aesthetically, but just it's thin enough now. I'm like, my scalp's going to get burned to a crisp.
Safety-wise.
I'm not going to be over there lathering sunscreen in my hair. So it's a hat, non-negotiable. And yeah, I know of guys that I follow now, and I can think of a few. They tick me off because their hair is unbelievable, and they wear a hat every day.
Like, you don't need this.
I don't know. I'm like, why?
Doesn't that?
Why do you
can
do
it
that?
Make your hair worse, like wearing hats all the time.
It's probably not making it better.
Yeah.
I don't know. I did something wrong.
You wore too many hats. That's
Too many.
what
I
happened.
really wasn't a big hat guy. I'm like, this kind of bothering. At some point, it's uncomfortable. The guys with great hair wear hats all the time. I don't get it. I don't.
Speaking of this hair, I've gotten more DMs than I've gotten in a long time because everyone says I look like this baby. Derek, you want to pull up this video
like
in this
a baby?
document? Yeah, it's
Upside down.
His baby's upside down, and but its hair looks so. Yeah, I mean, this is a baby. Yeah, it's not.
And is this
Derek, come on.
Is this a famous baby?
No, it's like kind of an Asian baby too, I think. But everyone says
really?
it looks like me.
Well, I said
Yeah, dude. How many people said that to you?
I mean, 35.
Just why does that
mean-
look
Especially with
like?
the haircut.
Why does that look so much like Jake Triplett?
It's I mean, it's got 1 million likes, so it clearly like blew up. So that's a lot of people on my
that baby
market.
has so much hair.
Yeah.
How old's that baby?
That is a. That
How
is
young
a-
is that man?
That is a 4-month-old baby.
You do
It's
look
already
like
getting
that
a
baby.
haircut. Yeah.
What would you call that hair color though? Was that the color of your hair as a baby?
No, mine was real blonde, and then it kind of turned into it got the reddish over time. So I don't know, but
I
that looks.
never ever thought your hair was red, but some people throw you in that category.
Some people really like to.
You've never thought his hair had red in it?
I
This
just
is
don't think
red.
I'm good at certain. I'm really good at eyesight, smell, taste.
You're bad
I
at.
guess seeing colors is eyesight.
Yeah, I was gonna say that if you're really good at eyesight, then you're not really good at. Then you should be good at colors, but you're not.
I feel like
Are you a little colorblind?
Let's change the subject.
Are you a little
I'm
colorblind?
embarrassed. I think I'm very observant of certain things, but
You're not observant of hair.
hair, or there's like a dead animal apparently in our garden. I've never smelled it once. Rotting animal, and I've just been like, yeah, that's a guy. He's got nice hair. Well, one, I didn't even notice the good hair until my hair wasn't good,
and you start.
and
picking
then
it
you
out.
start. It's like when you have a baby and you're like,
There's babies
wow,
everywhere.
there's other babies. People, or when you you fall in love with and you have a wife, and then you realize like, oh, I don't have to look at girls all the time now.
But I want to.
Is that you had to come to that realization?
I missed you.
I feel like I have Rachel's absolute trust in anything. She could come home today from work and I could sell the house, and she's like, you know what? I'm sure if you did it, then it's the right decision.
Yeah, she's probably like the rates.
Yeah, no, whatever
I
you
hear
tell
about
me.
the rates, and they're probably good.
Are
now
they
or
up too
bad.
much? Is
Or
it
do we want the rates to be bad or good? Yeah.
Is this because of Biden or who did this? I have our absolute trust, except for truly like seeing colors. She does not trust me. If I'm like, you would like this thing I saw earlier. It's kind of like a purplish like lilac. I doubt it was that color. I've screwed up enough times. She's like, let me see it. It's
Do you
not.
think you're a little colorblind?
I don't know if it's a guy girl thing, because I've never had anyone like else tell me I'm not seeing colors correctly. But if like girls just see color like, or just the accuracy of colors to girls, like it really matters. And I was like, it was kind of like bluish, like that's way more green than blue. I'm like, okay, well,
That's probably
Blue-green.
what
That's
it
true.
is. That's because
she
girls
painted
are,
our dining room poop green. And she says it's brown,
yeah.
and it's a poop green.
Rachel and I will sometimes disagree on like the core color and like something. I'm like, that's blue. She's like, that's yellow. I'm like, how can we not see it the same? Those are two different colors. Like, that's red. She's like, that's blue. Like, we can't agree on red versus blue. This is crazy.
That's so true. We're trying to sell. We just moved in this place, so we're trying to sell our old house. I mean, I could just call her one day and be like, "Hey, I negotiated and sold the house," and she'd be like, "Great," and I'd be like, "Well, would you like to know what for?" And she's like, "You honestly don't have to ever tell me that." But like picking out an ottoman, I'll be like, "I picked it out," and she's like, I'd rather you die. We just got a custom ottoman because we got it for the space, and it's like. It's this kid friendly, like fluffy ottoman. It's very nice, and it showed up, and I came out, and the 3 months we were waiting on this thing. I thought it was going to be blue, and it's a big brown ottoman. Like, I guess I got lost in the selection process, or maybe I got left behind, but looks great.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Already coming into handy. Thomas's new trick. This makes a mess because he's drooling still food, but he saw a woodpecker over the weekend.
Okay.
So he's really like, look at that bird slamming its head against stuff. And if you mention woodpecker, if you utter the word woodpecker, he finds the nearest couch and starts slamming his head against it.
Really?
Yeah.
My dad taught him that
Which is-
quote unquote trick, which, we had to teach him to only do it on the couch because he kind of came.
Did it on a couple hard
He
surfaces.
did it on my knee. He did
Learning
it on
curve.
my head, and I was like, okay, woodpeckers only peck on the couch.
Does he like understand that now? He's like a couch
I
woodpecker?
think so because I think he's done it enough times. He's like, he'll do something on hard, and he'll go.
Yeah. Dang, what?
But yeah, it's a pretty funny trick. Hey, Thomas, be a woodpecker.
This woodpecker stage. I went through a lot of stages as a kid. Something I saw or I watched. I'd walk into a room and say I'm Batman, or Dances with Wolves. I'd be a buffalo. The weirdest stage, we have home video of it. I would walk into a room and say I'm a statue, and I would just stand still, and my parents would just let
That's
me
horrifying,
stand still.
yeah.
Like, well, he's not doing anything.
I
Great.
mean, that
They're
sounds
like,
awesome.
I would be a statue until my parents told me I was no longer a statue. They said they'd leave me there for 30 minutes. I'm just like, well, let's see how long you can go.
Dedicated to the bit.
Yeah.
That is
I'm a statue. Okay, Jake. Yes, you are. Hey, where's our son? Where'd he go? All I see is this statue. Just do that for 30 minutes.
I mean, I'm going to teach that one to Thomas.
Be a statue.
Be a statue. That's true. You can do a lot of fun tricks. It's how you manipulate kids, and what you can say to them is very important, and the tone's very important. Where is he? I don't know where he is. Then he starts hiding. We had our very first attempt at our Bible study. Everyone's becoming parents, so we're like, okay, we're going to shift to this time. We're going to have babysitters watch the kids in the basement while we gather upstairs.
Cool.
This needs some fine tuning. There was chaos downstairs. You hear Thomas going, Mom! And you watch Katie as she's just writhing in her seat. I'm like, hey, it's fine. It's good for him. Like, imagine trying to focus.
Yeah.
And we just hear the babysitters going, where's Thomas? I can't find him. Where is he? And we're kind of laughing. And it occurred to me, like, it's amazing that English language, you could say the exact same word. She's going, oh, where is Thomas? I can't find him. It's the same words, very different meaning.
It's all in the tone.
Mm-hmm. And that's it. Where's Jake? He's a statue.
Oh,
he's a statue.
He's a statue.
It's so fun. Versus our kid's a statue, dude.
Yeah, our kid thinks he's a bird.
Statue Jake just stands there.
Doesn't do anything. Doesn't talk to any other kids.
So yeah,
So what's going to be the fine tuning and how to figure this out?
we need to do some soundproofing, some sound barricading, trying to block a little bit. Maybe pivot. Maybe we're downstairs. Maybe they're upstairs. I don't know. We're gonna lock it in.
I think it went very well. It's mostly
It's
just
fine.
that it's Thomas, it's his own house, and he knows that we're upstairs. So
see.
he's just
And he's
kind
not
of
a daycare baby.
Got to
so
disorient him.
Yeah.
He's not a daycare baby, so he's kind of embarrassing us around other kids right now. He's kind of like he kind of looks around. He's like doesn't know what to do, and we're like, oh,
He's
man.
not embarrassing.
People are talking behind your back about him.
He's still kind of like a dog where you can just say mean stuff to him and it doesn't matter yet.
Like in a nice voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, you're a disappointment to your dad. And he's like laughing.
Yeah.
But if I say that in 5 years, he'll
If you say
he'll
that- You have to
wait
never
until
think I
5
truly
years.
love him.
If you say
Until
that-
age 5, you can say anything.
Not true.
Wait, when do they understand?
You should not be saying that to him right now.
It's a bit. I'm doing a bit.
Yeah.
I talk to him lovingly.
Rachel and I were just talking about this yesterday. I think we were talking about all of our friends having kids. And I was like, obviously, I know it is going to be very crazy. I mean, the day we have a kid, our lives will change. But it is funny, like, there's not a lot to do for, like, as far as like memory making or like memory building for like 2 years. I think my first memory was like when I was 3 or 4.
Oh, for him, yeah. He's still it's just a void of thoughts and memories.
There's probably no discipline, until a certain point.
Exactly.
Discipline that really matters. And so I'm kind of just thinking out loud saying this, and I think Rachel is like sees where this is going. She's like, just a reminder though, they do need to know that you're like present and they feel loved every day. And I was like, no, still like I'm gonna be around.
You're just kind of like setting the foundation
I don't need to
be
be
like,
here that
I'm going to be
much.
absent the first couple of years, right?
They will
That's
know
cool,
I'm
right?
not here ever, right?
Yeah, she was like reminding me like, well, just because they don't have it stored into long-term memory, like they need to remember that you were there for them yesterday. You're
Right.
going to be there for them tomorrow.
And
Like,
I personally love
Yeah.
when women explain us like that. I love that to be like, well, reminder, you have to love your child. It's like you married me, right? You thought I was a good person? Do you think I don't know her? She's like, but he does need to be reminded to love his children.
sometimes, Jake's been real busy with work, and he's made some comments where I think he might not love our kid for the first 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. He keeps going around saying, that kid is black. That kid's black. No.
It's the wrong color.
It's white. You're colorblind.
That actually
Like, I'm sorry, I'm not around much because why is my baby black? I'm not racist, but it's just not adding up.
That
That's a
actually makes
white
me
baby.
think of when we were not engaged yet. I had just moved here, and there was something happening with my family, and I wanted to call all of my brothers, but it was like really late at night, and Trey was like, I think you should just call them in the morning.
You were pregnant.
No.
Oh, no, you
You're
weren't.
just dating?
We were not
Sorry.
pregnant when we were
She's
dating.
telling a story about how she's... Yeah,
And-
you'll see why I thought that. This is years before you're pregnant, actually.
And-
It's hard to remember you not pregnant.
Same.
How long has this pregnancy been?
Same.
2
years.
years?
2 years.
For whatever reason, she's on an elephant's gestation period, 2+ years.
But I just all of a sudden like broke into tears, and I was like, you hate family.
Yeah, that's an all-time one. I was like, please, can we go to bed? Stop calling. I go, it's so funny when you're at your worst moments, and you even, I don't know if you ever do this. I go into like a insult comic to my own wife. I was like, are we gonna call the whole family tree? What are we doing? And she broke down. She goes, so you don't like family? Are you gonna hate our future family?
I did say that.
Like in the moment, she's like, maybe we shouldn't have children because you hate family. And I was just like, oh no.
She's right.
Oh
so,
no.
So yeah,
You know what? I'm glad it's finally been brought up. I hate my family and yours.
Glad we're talking
Any
about it.
family I come across, I wish
Get
they'd...
upset. So did you call him that night or you call him in the morning?
What was the situation?
And why did you think she was pregnant? Were you bloated and you wanted to call your brothers?
What was I honestly kind of don't really even
Some
remember.
minor drama. You're like, let me call every single one of my brothers to see if it's okay. or
Was it
something.
when the lightning struck my parents' house? Maybe.
Oh yeah.
I think that's when it was.
I saw a stat yesterday. 90% of lightning strikers. What do they call when you get struck by lightning?
When you get struck,
Yeah,
electries.
electries. 90% of electries survive. I thought that would be way lower. It's a bunch of electricity.
I thought it'd be way lower.
Yeah,
that's now I kind of want to get struck.
Yeah, you
Sounds
get like
cool.
a bruise on your neck, and then you get interviewed by the local news. It's awesome.
Isn't there like a 5% chance you can like play the piano like Mozart? Or
That's
something?
what I said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys
'Cause
have
that-
both
Dude,
heard that.
if I got a crazy car wreck, and got a brain injury, and I only knew who you were like 80% of the time, but 100% of the time I could play the piano like Mozart,
That's a net positive.
that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, there was this.
And I would just pray that the 20% of the time I didn't know you was when you were kind of being like, ugh.
or
And-
asleep.
Or asleep.
Yeah, asleep sounds
Yeah.
better.
Roll over.
Whoa, whoa!
You just hop on. I gotta get my mind off things.
It would be really hard to find 20% of the time that you wouldn't want to be around me.
Dude, what?
It'd be really hard to find a whole 20% of time that you wouldn't want to be around me.
It wouldn't be up to me. It was with a brain injury.
It's because of the electricity. Do you remember that story about the guy? It was an old like college pitcher. He was like decent, but he was working on his car, electrocuted himself, and then he could throw the ball like 99 miles an hour. That's why I work on my car every day, just in case.
Gosh.
I want to get there.
He's got a Tesla, but he changes the oil every weekend.
I just jump start it with just random wire I find,
Yeah.
or copper and stuff.
Oh, I'm surprised they haven't tapped into that, like science and stuff. Like we can just
You could put
this
people in a
brain
coma.
node.
Can you put someone in like a?
I wonder if they know and they're like, if we can do it, if you want to be able to paint the whole New York City skyline off memory, we can do that, but you
electricity.
won't be able to say your R's anymore.
I mean,
Like,
do you guys not remember that they've tried to
welcome
do
to
this before?
Brooklyn, New York. And you just paint it all.
Don't you?
That could be worth it.
I mean, they
If you
tried
were- if you were-
electric therapy before, and it did not
If you met me in
work.
person and you're like, you confirmed I was tall enough, we were having so much fun talking, we're finally going to meet in person. And I was like, I know we've met before. The name's Trey. Would you kind of be like, I don't know if I could do this? Would you do that? Would you stay with me if I couldn't say my R's?
I mean, I would need more of a backstory.
You're looking really hot.
Would you also sound like a child? Because it kind of sounds like a child.
It does. I may be hamming it up a little bit.
I'm just trying to see if there's anything else on here. It was Roy Oswalt. He was a big time pitcher for the Astros.
Well, yeah, you
Doesn't look
cheated.
like anyone else. Different eras. Yeah, the electricity was in the trash can that they were banging on. I don't know. It doesn't look like there's that many other athletes that electrocuted themselves in my 10-second Google search that I found.
Shocker.
I mean,
Electrocuted
I know
America.
Jake well enough to know he's delved into this these amazing stories. You've never heard of this deal where guys get brain injuries and then it's like all of a sudden they can paint like masterpieces?
I really haven't, no.
Yeah, it's a thing. There's like dozens of cases. It's rare, but it was something bizarre, like struck by lightning, brain injury. They wake up. They never once in their whole life like played the guitar, and they wake up and they're just like,
Dude, I think
don't like August Rush or something.
I heard one where it was like, yeah, car accident, and now he could speak Portuguese. I'm not
Yes,
making that up,
yes.
but that's like a real thing. Like, never been to Brazil, never been to Portugal, something like that, where like he's just fluent in it. Makes no sense.
That's pretty
We
bizarre.
reacted to it. One of our first really viral clips on Correct Opinion. It's the flu shot girl who was like, "Oh, I can't
yeah.
run now. I have to walk backwards." That was a hoax.
That was a hoax, so it was okay to make fun of.
Yep.
And then there was some other one where a woman was she was from the deep south, and she's like, I got the vaccine, and now I talk like I'm from Dublin.
The bloody Johnson and Johnson.
Yes, I should have gotten the jab. Now I drink a pint every morning. Don't even want it.
Katie, what accent was that?
It got a little. Did they get a little Australian at the end?
Yeah,
Didn't even want
it went from like Irish to
No.
Australian, yeah.
Sour.
Incorrect. It was Jamaican with Scottish. Anyway, someone who's a doctor, let us know if we can like manually. What's that called? Like you induce a coma. Can you induce electrocution to make you a better athlete or better musician,
Once
better
again,
lover?
I do believe they've tried this at like mental institutions back in the
Really?
day. You know, they were trying to shock the
Were you
kind of,
were you a patient at one?
Yeah. How did you?
it
how'd you
worked,
know?
yes. It worked.
Should have
It
seen her
worked?
before.
That's how you can.
That's why I'm normal now. No, not normal. But
What was your
it-
thing? What was wrong with you?
you don't want to know.
What's wrong with you?
But yeah, they used to. I mean, it appears via just like I don't know movies that it was like just pretty much they were torturing these people.
Like he's
But-
depressed. Maybe we should electrocute his brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't think that there was a high success rate, which is why I don't believe they do it anymore. But
Well, that's different. I don't want to electrocute the brain. I'm going more athlete. Electrocute my arm. Throw a ball faster. Electrocute my legs.
Okay.
Run track faster. You can
Okay.
do the experimental music stuff.
Okay,
okay.
I'd like to be more athletic.
let's do it. Me too. And I have hope that my children, Thomas, can hit. He's swinging his bat pretty good
Yes.
But
now, and
couple lightning
I
strikes.
I keep telling myself, don't do it, don't do it. Look at you, Trey. Look at your family tree. Look, there's a ceiling here.
Yep.
There's never been a professional athlete that you've even met before, let alone been related to. Okay, keep locked in.
Remember that.
Remember that. And then you see him, and you're like, I don't know.
6 foot.
Can
white.
18-month-olds do this?
Oh,
is he
dude.
a super athlete?
I'm going to be 5 times worse.
And then you Google the amount of times the dad has Googled like 4-month-old pushing up his body with his arms. Is that normal? And then it's like, this
yeah.
is perfectly normal. And you're like, oh, I thought it was
19-month-old
Superman.
hit ball off tee, right and left-handed. Dang it, that's normal too.
That's normal.
22-month-old knows 6 baseball players and can throw spiral. That's going to be all of my Google searches.
Yep,
Every
that
single
is.
advancement.
Speaking of which, did you see Backyard Sports is coming back? The video game?
Yes. So my buddy Harrison Pollard, who you know, he had to sign an NDA like a year ago. He had a Zoom call with the Backyard Sports people and couldn't talk. He didn't even tell me about it. I didn't know this.
Man of his word.
Yeah,
That's an
good for
honest
him.
guy, yeah.
It's like, this is what you've been keeping
Better
a
friends with
secret
him,
for the
yeah.
last year?
Does he work in video games?
He does not.
The backyard guys. That's
Long
so funny
story.
to be like,
Okay.
not even his like closest friends. He's like, I can't risk it. They said the backyard guys, they're so big.
Mafia ties.
They'll come sue me for $100.
Yeah, it might have been his first NDA. So he's like, they said don't
Just
tell.
don't you dare.
Did you guys play that?
I love
Yeah.
signing NDAs when I work with like Ritz Crackers. Is like, we're dropping a new Ritz cracker.
No, don't.
You better sign this, or we can't even discuss it. I'm like, all right.
Before we send you a PDF that you're going to scan over pretty quickly in 5 seconds, you need to sign this NDA.
I love the thought of
Because there's salted rim.
our buddy Harrison being in that position. Someone like walks in the wrong pantry and sees Ritz Crackers. He's like, oh my God. He pulls out a knife. I need you to
Didn't
swear.
see anything.
I need you to swear on your life. You're not telling anybody this.
For the next year of his life, every single time his wife walked into the room, he just slammed his life. Nothing.
Nothing. Nothing.
It looks way worse than it actually
would
is.
love
What are you
to
looking
know.
at?
Why are you screaming Gretchen for home run? Home run Gretchen.
Okay.
Nothing.
I know it's code for something. What does getting a Pablo Sanchez mean?
Yeah.
Nothing?
Nothing.
What's a Petey Wheeler? Where does that come from?
Do you think he told his
Nothing.
wife?
I don't know.
You kept saying you kept getting the corkscrew power up. I don't like the sound of that. Nothing.
I can't say. But it's a dinger.
No, because he.
Yeah,
That's
I wonder
wild,
if he told
though.
his wife.
He just somehow he was like posting old clips and they hit, like on a meme page, so they hit him up.
Yeah, they hit him up directly.
Is it coming out on like Xbox and stuff or just computer?
No clue.
It looks like a thing that I'm really, really excited about, and it's gonna be really, really cool, and it's gonna come out, and I'll play it once for 30 minutes and be like, "This was fun when I was 8.
Yeah. Maybe it'll
Really
be cool
fun when I was 8.
with current 8-year-olds.
Maybe they'll zhuzh it up.
Maybe they'll.
I don't know, but my NCAA football game, I'm in with my friends. I'll have you know,
How's that going?
recruiting's not going very well.
What's the
And
matter?
I'm
What are you
starting to blame the old assistant coach who's not letting me hit the recruiting trail. I got my single buddy who lives with roommates, and he's got 25 stars.
Didn't he go visit one of them? He thought they were like a.
Yeah, I think he would. And I am just
He's
bare
going-
minimum. Like, I'm sorry, kid. I know you want to play at Texas A&M, but I gotta get home to my wife and kid who doesn't even gonna remember this dinner.
It's just pointless.
Pointless.
It's funny to think your buddy, like, yeah, he goes like, I'm gonna go to Dallas and watch some high school football games. I know it doesn't directly help, but it can't hurt.
can't
Just
hurt.
like watching
Just
young
kinda
talent and how do they
getting
talk to
reps
their
in.
coaches? Yeah,
Getting
getting
reps in.
reps, getting real life reps.
It's not going well.
Bummer. So
We
that means
need-
that means you're gonna be kind of bad. So that means you're probably not gonna want to play that much.
It's that's what I'm scared of.
yeah. That's,
But I'm gonna
sounds
keep
like
fighting.
that's what's gonna happen.
What have you been trying? Is it like things like you can use 100 credits to visit them? You could use 20 credits
exactly
to
it.
DM them?
It's exactly it, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm apparently doing something wrong.
Oh no. Can't get the 5 stars?
Because we're
have to
getting
get
beat
white
out by
kids?
guys, man. I've signed 1 3-star cornerback who's white,
Dang it.
and I just got a 4-star receiver.
I don't.
It's on a 5-star
in this
scale.
game, you have to
I don't think I'm going to get a single
actually-
5-star. I got a few more 4-stars we're close on, but
In this game, you actually have to like.
I have to call, and it's AI on the other end. It's
Yeah.
a 30-minute phone
And
call.
sometimes if they're like from like hood places, you have to talk how they talk. And
Right.
you have to, and the game does a good job.
You have to know the culture. You have to know the world, man.
Yeah.
Talk to their parents.
There was a Vietnamese kid he was recruiting.
Got to get the mom's trust.
Yeah. Trey was pretending to translate. He actually knew all along how to speak Vietnamese.
Wow.
That does sound fun. It also sounds exhausting.
Yeah, but video games are fun. So, kind of. That's what's a bummer too. 10 years ago was the most fun I've ever had in my life, but now my life's. I'm doing more fulfilling things, and I want to hang out with my kid. And,
Yeah.
But there is, it's pointless. Recties! Oh, do you want to be a super recty? Again, the names of these are great. And it's hilarious. It's stuck. People come out, there's nonchalant, like, Trey, I'm a recty.
Love the show. Massive recty. And I say, are you? Are you
Are
on
you?
Patreon? Because that's what really grows in size.
Yes. And it is growing. Thank you to all our supporters, but we want to keep building, grow this community, give you all more content, extra episode every week when you join our Patreon. Patreon.com/Trey Kennedy. And it's not only just more podcasts, it's more of us. We really share Katie's feed.
Katie's feet.
All right, we're done with that bit. No, we got. Where's the special going? What's we learned about the kids book before anything else. Jake's got stuff in motion. Okay, Katie's got we got maternity photos.
Yep. It's where you will see our baby for the first time.
Live streaming the birth. Live streaming the birth. Maybe we don't know. Derek and 1,000 patrons. My parents are gonna be on a podcast. 2,000 patrons down the road. Derek would vote for Kamala. So join.
Hurry before it's too late.
There's a time limit. Okay. Patreon.com/Trey Kennedy. Love you guys. We'll see y'all there. Peace. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. What's something you'd like to learn, Katie?
How do
they assign the queen bee?
As an adult,
Wow.
taking time to learn new things can be tough, right?
Is it a democracy? How do they?
That's a great point.
Lineage.
Well, I'll tell you what. I bet you wish you were learning as a kid. It's easy to learn stuff as a kid, right? But as an adult, you still deserve to learn things. And therapy can help you reconnect with your sense of wonder. Okay,
I need that
just
because I
you're an
couldn't even
adult-
think of anything I wanted to learn.
Yeah, no kidding.
You have no wonder left. Oh my gosh.
Just because you're older, because your back to school era is over, doesn't mean that it has to be, right?
Okay.
So therapy is a great way to explore more of yourself, more of your mind, more of your passions, your thoughts. I've done therapy. It really helped me understand myself better. If you're thinking about starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Rediscover your curiosity with BetterHelp.
I can't wait.
Visit betterhelp.com/correct.
You know what, Katie? You really check out on the ad reads, and okay, this is giving your son diapers. So
I was getting curious
you have
about
so many
things.
thoughts, like wonder.
Wonder.
BetterHelp.com/correct. To get 10% off your first month, visit BetterHelp, HELP.com/correct.
Really inspired me there for a second.
I think I have a video for us to react to that kind of talks about the same thing. It's this first clip that I sent our group text, Derek. It just, maybe recruiting feels like a job. Maybe you have your real job to worry about. It's just standing in the way. So maybe think about what this woman is saying.
What's that? Brother. Ooh, baby.
Okay, so the caption says, a job is a drug given to you by the devil to keep you from going for a dream given to you by God.
Oh, wow.
A job is a drug given you by the devil to keep you from going for a dream given you by God. Okay.
Did you know that? Because this is true.
No. The Holy Girl Coach. Oh, man. I'd love to dive deeper here. What else can you tell us?
I saw it and I sent it. I think we can dive in together, but I'm kind of scared a little bit of like the type of like sandals she's wearing, like the things dangling from her Bible, like the robe she's wearing, the fact that she thinks the job is a drug.
Why is she dressed? Oh, I didn't notice it. Why is she dressed like a nun?
Because she's...
Like a Halloween nun.
Yeah,
Party City robe.
I think it's AI, right? That way she's turning the book is kind of weird.
So here's what's great.
Yeah.
Oh, don't. Wait, go to her profile.
She looks fake.
Is she a person? Don't tell me it's...
No,
She's real?
yeah, just a lot of filters.
Just a lot of filtering.
All right, so here's what's great.
Oh,
Satan doesn't want you to read.
what is this woman doing?
I still think she's AI.
Derek, go back to the...
How funny is that? Now, when people just are too weird, you're like, is this AI?
It's AI.
Go to the original post, Derek, and I want you to click on some of the comment replies. So this is a perfect example. We talked about this a couple weeks ago when like they have their automated DM. So the top comment says, have you shipped my package of illegal firearms and crack cocaine yet? And her response says, so happy to share this with you, sis. Sent you a DM. Did you get it yet? Pray your hands emoji.
Great question. Updated below. Tracking info.
I really do not think Jesus wanted you to create a pyramid scheme and then profit off of it. She said, yes, sis, I have life-changing info in your DM. Did you see it yet? So she just responds to every single DM.
Because the profit's the buzzword?
I think it's just anything, just any comment.
Does she have a pyramid scheme?
Probably.
Yeah, I think it's part of the Holy
that's
Girl
a dream.
Coach. She'll coach you online
That's a dream.
coaching.
It's not a job.
I see.
It's not some satanic job.
Druggy job.
I see.
Someone
I
commented.
love the idea of her like having to hire a CPA to do her taxes. And then
Wow,
she's like,
shoot.
well, shoot,
Can you do this?
I'm kind of giving the devil some business. So now what do I do?
How do I work around
just
this?
drops off her mail, and she's just like, get away from me.
You don't have to do this.
You don't have to do this. You don't have to worship Satan every day, man.
Yeah, she just
He's
finds
like,
a loophole.
it's good benefits. I don't know.
Everyone who works for her is an intern. It's not a job. It's a paid internship. So this is not the devil.
Right.
Spiritual
I guess she
loopholes.
doesn't think that like some people's jobs could be dreams.
And what does she even think about like the pastor of a church? Is kind of a gray area. Jesus was a carpenter.
It's a
How does she
dream.
explain that?
Yeah.
It was their dream job, their dream calling.
It just looks so funny on Instagram to see the comment, "This is so predatory, yikes." And she comments, "Yes, let's go. Meet me in the DM or hidden message."
Or hidden message. Ew.
Hidden message.
She's like, "You got to check your hidden. Sometimes it's in there."
Do you think Jesus was a good carpenter? Do you think he was
Oh.
more God in the carpenter space or more man? Was he kind of like,
Yeah.
Like he didn't sin, right? But he's like, there's this, I kind of scuffed that one up.
Dude, I used to think about this all the time. When I was a kid, I'd be like, if Jesus played basketball, would he ever miss? It's not a sin to miss.
It's not a sin to miss.
So yeah, he was probably somewhat imperfect in his carpentry, but how good was he? Was he a top
I
dog?
think on a basketball court, if they had basketball back then, he was like the pick guy. You know what I mean? Just setting picks, sacrificial.
Oh.
I mean, just taking charges. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Putting his body
arms
on the
out
line.
wide though. Not typical charge form, but still gets the
Right.
job done. Yeah, plant your
Never
feet.
argue with the ref. He would have been a great, probably a spark plug off the bench.
Yep.
6 man. Speaking of weird tangent here, did you know that lacrosse is a Native American game?
I did not. There is
I
something.
did not.
I was absolutely shocked by that. Lacrosse is so lax, bro. White rich
White
dudes,
fraternity.
lax. Her brothers, lax.
Yeah, that's how they talk. Yeah.
They're lax bros.
Yeah.
Did you know? Did they know this?
They might. I
was-
didn't.
Yeah, Native Americans as early as like 1,000 years ago were playing
old sport.
lacrosse across the plains.
Something about the netting does.
White man
Now that you
took it.
mention it, it feels Native American. Now that you say it, but it seems like the opposite now.
It used to be some epic game that took days, where it would be upwards of 1,000 on 1,000.
Oh, you should make a movie
like,
about that.
Yeah, I need to know more of
Is
this.
it like cricket? What is that? The sport that goes on and on?
Cricket is the original
The original
ancient
one,
game,
yeah.
which they still play. I think a lot of times in India, it will take days on end, and it's a larger team, but
1,000 on
like-
1,000 seems hard to officiate,
it would be.
but I've never played it. I wouldn't know.
And does there one ball? Because I feel like you'd be like, man, how was your game today? Well, it's still going on, but I
I didn't get many touches.
I didn't get any. Yeah, I was open.
I was open for most of the game and never saw the ball. It never came on my side. Never came on my zip code. Yeah, 1,000 on 1,000 is crazy.
But anyway, yeah.
Anyway,
Shout out Jesus.
Kansas City Chiefs, Stratford Indians. We're doing our part. We're trying to get lacrosse. I think to help. It's cohesive. It's together.
Are you really?
I think we should.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like the place you're from is a big lacrosse community.
They're not. We don't even have.
But if it stuck to its roots, it would be.
But
which is weird.
if they knew where they came from, they would.
Yeah,
Yeah,
soccer was still frowned upon where we came from.
Yep.
Oh,
Like,
there you go.
Yeah, it's too Spanish.
Sure.
Yeah, they call it cheese sauce.
What was lacrosse big in Oklahoma? Because that would kind of make sense if it was
No.
Native American.
Which is why I'm so shocked about it. Yeah, Native American, I know all about it. Got a little in me, okay? I didn't think lacrosse had anything to do with Native Americans till the other day. So,
Sounds like a movie's
What's
in the
up with
making. Documentary, something.
something there. Upside down hat, upside down dad hat,
Yeah.
Native American doc. We can do it.
LAX, upside down.
Real quick, let's pivot here to, we touched on this on a Patreon episode, which if you're not on Patreon, this
Y'all
happened on Patreon.
missed
It was
out.
unbelievable. So we got to bring it to all the recties. We showed Katie's feet,
We unblurred them.
unblurred them.
Without
And-
a pedicure, might I add.
We
Gross.
showed, we talked all about the deets of a lot of stuff, and it's just a lot of fun. So, patreon.com/correct opinions. No, patreon.com/Trey Kennedy. So many links in my life.
You type in any combination of those
find it.
words, you'll find it. It's on Patreon.
Extra episode every week, okay? And come join the Super Recties. I think we got like 500, halfway to 1,000. Parents get on the podcast.
Yeah.
whether they like it or not. I haven't even asked them.
We need to break down what happened in real time last week's episode.
Yes. So
We could never have planned this.
This creator is on Instagram, and she is making this content, which is so nonsensical, it boggles the mind.
It's original.
It's one of one. And she, basically her vibe, she likes to do these kind of spoken words and then sells some merch based on
She's a
the spoken
businesswoman.
words. She's a businesswoman. And we learned through this exploration, when we were seeing her on Patreon, she happened to be live. So we're like, oh, let's watch her live. And in real time, we witnessed her. We learned she's Israeli. And a girl joined the live. She goes, "You're from Israel, right? I'm from Palestine." She was like, "Yeah." And then she starts going, the viewer starts going nuts. Give us our land back, blah, blah. And we watched an Instagram live feud.
It was the craziest 5 minutes of Patreon.
We all looked at each other like, wait, how did we just stumble upon this?
It just the fact that she happened to be live right when we were recording. We're like, let's click on it. And then the very second we click on it, hey, I'm Israel. I'm Palestine. And we're like, oh my gosh.
Did she say Palestine?
The war is
and then
happening
they
in
started
front of
fighting.
us.
And I was like,
So that's there. That
so
exists.
that happened on Patreon last week, and you missed that.
Yeah. So feel free to join. Lots of other
Give
stuff.
us a taste of her. I forget her name.
I was trying to call Mud. Mud? Aren't you answering me? Mud? What happened? I can't reach Mud. Where was
really
he?
likes mud, doesn't she?
Don't tell me again that he was stalking me? You said that right. I'm Mud, and I'm right behind you. Again, Mud? Again? You're stalking me? What's wrong with you? Mud, you can't stalk me, Mud.
Oh,
Can't
oh.
stalk me, Mud. How can that be that the second time he's managing to stalk me, to be right behind me?
She's like, it's like a manifestation of when you wake up, you're like, dude, I had a crazy dream.
Yeah, it made no
last night.
sense. I was
You're
trying
like,
to get a hold of Mud.
what is it? Like, I was calling Mud,
And they were
and
right
the Mud
behind
was
me.
stalking me, and then I did a
Weird
flawless
voiceover.
leg kick, and then I was ringing bells, and the Mud kept stalking me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Maybe-
very.
I don't. The Mud stalk. Yeah, she
She's
was
really-
calling Mud, and then
There's
the
a lot
Mud's
of videos
right
on
there.
mud, right? There's definitely like a mud.
There's another
theme.
call where she was like, "Mud, why are you mad?"
Yeah,
That was
Mud is
a big
mad.
one.
mud is mad.
And I think she thinks that rhymes. And she's learning, and it's fine. I don't know Vietnamese yet, but I'm learning. If I get struck by lightning, it would help.
Yep. I liked the beginning where she was calling out of an electrical box. That was cool.
Yeah.
No brand of payphone that
that
I've ever
too.
seen before.
Do you want to know what mud is mad is in Vietnamese?
Yes, please.
No problem. Mud is mad.
Bùn thật điên rồ.
Yeah, it's-
Bundazienzo.
It's shorter
That's a
than
tough language.
ballet slipper.
sounds right.
Let's get to some segments. Are we ready for segments?
Yeah, let's do it.
Anything else? All right, let's do
Oh wait,
a little.
I was gonna say
Yes, what?
I ran into a recti this weekend. I didn't even tell you that.
What?
Yeah. He was a UPS
He.
driver,
He.
and yeah, he
So some man knows your address. Okay, keep going.
Yeah. No, I was at the UPS store, and I was dropping some things off, and he was walking out of the door
So he has a
behind
satanic
me,
job.
and he was like, "Katie," I thought he was like reading my package or like needing like more info or something, and he was like, "You're on Correct Opinions." I was like, "Yes, I am." So he's a very nice fan. Recti in the Wild. I think that's maybe the second time I've ever been recognized just alone.
Well, that's fun. Well, and that was it.
Second time?
Probably, yeah.
Wow.
Well, she doesn't get out of the house much. She's a good mom. I tell her to leave him. He won't remember.
Yeah.
What was it? You just said what's up, and that was it.
Yeah, he was like, I listen every week. Like, so great to meet you.
Show me your feet.
He was he was working, so he got into this truck and
That's
drove
cool.
away.
I know you don't get recognized as much as I think.
Yeah.
You're just intimidating.
That's what it is. Yeah.
It's a compliment.
Yeah. So it was fun.
Good job.
Say hi if you see me.
What do you guys think about this? Would this not flatter you? I'll sometimes look at Katie and I'll go, I just forget how pretty you are. That's nice, right?
Yeah.
Is it nice if every time he sees me or comes home from a trip, he goes, man, I forgot how pretty you are.
If it becomes too consistent, yeah.
So
But
it's
is that not like really romantic? You're like, I'm so boggled at your beauty.
If it happens
I
every
come back and I'm
time,
like, wow, I
I'm
forgot about this.
I'm kind of like, well, what do you think I look like when you're not near me?
It's a slippery slope.
You clearly think that I am not that
I'm
attractive in
seeing
your
it a little
brain.
Katie makes dinner for you. Wow, I forgot. You can like do things around the house.
Yeah.
You can like help out.
Wow.
If a sketch artist asked me to draw my wife, or I wouldn't be able to. You talk about if
Right.
not being able to see
See?
colors. I can't describe my wife or what I see.
I think you have a condition.
Yeah.
No, that's true. When he first met her, because they came to the Christmas party. I was like, "Where's your wife?" And he was like, "She's the."
Your guess is
If
good
you
as
see
mine.
her, yeah, he's like, she's anywhere from 100 to 300 pounds, 5 foot some.
I know she'll respond to Becca, but I couldn't point her out to you right now. I don't know which one she is.
She usually just comes up to me.
Yeah, when she sits in the car on the ride home with me, that's when I'll know for sure.
Fair.
Yeah, that's great. That's Trey's new fun bit. Where the first time he ever said it, I was like, wow, that's sweet. Thank you. And now he just like says it all the time. I'm like, okay, well then get a better picture in your brain of me.
It'd be funny to really milk it. Wow, I really forgot. Is that what you?
No. This weekend when we talked on the phone, I was just really underselling it to myself. I was like,
Yeah, like
This is not even close to what I imagined. Huh. You clean up all right.
yeah.
Not bad.
all right, let's get to
Anyway,
some. Kelly wrote in. She goes, "Hey guys, love the podcast. Whenever my husband and I are out with our kids, other people always want to talk about their kids to us. No problem. It's kind of sweet. Well, a young mom came up to us wanting to tell us about her son. I asked what her son's name was, and she said Jacob.
Hey.
Wow, I thought what a great classic name. I love it. We got a Jacob right here. She
Old
goes, well, she proceeds to tell me that she kind of wanted a different spelling. So she said his name is actually Jakeup.
Ooh.
Jacob.
Jacob?
Jacob.
Wait.
Jakeup.
Jacob.
Jacob.
Yeah, I guess it does pronounce it similarly. Jacob.
We've done this bit before. If you're just like, I think you said it's my name's Brad.
Yeah.
Brett? Like no bread.
Oh, you're saying Brad.
Jacob. I met a dude named Zach once.
Yeah.
Zach. Okay, you should have an accent or something. You're from
Zach,
like
huh?
put in the big.
Zach.
Just throw in the big. My name's Zach. No, Z-E-C. Zach.
ZEC. Okay.
That's way where like kind of. You're like, what's your name? Ava? No, Eva.
What a nightmare.
Oh, she didn't like that one. She didn't like that one. Shit, that went beyond.
It feels like it's not the first
That
time.
was a look where she was like, I'm actually not, that wasn't funny. Okay.
Yeah.
I met a guy a few weeks ago. True story. His name was Isaac. I will give you guys $1 million if you could spell his name right.
EYE.
I like it.
Dad!
Dash.
What's that $1 million? You jumped all over that. Isaac. Okay.
I'm going
Let me give you a hint.
I-Z-E-K.
I-Z-E-K. Oh, okay. Fun guess. No. 5 letters, if that helps.
Is there a Z?
Yes.
I knew there was a Z. Isaac.
No dash. Katie, no dash. 5 letters.
I-Z-A-C-K.
Getting closer. Correct answer is A-I-Z-E-C.
AI.
Yeah.
Isaac.
His brother's name? Chris. Spelled normally.
Z-X. Oh, no.
Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, he's just Isaac with an A.
Love it. Never gets old, does it? I'll tell you what. We're getting more and more of these too. And again, these submissions all come at our
It's a website.com.
TreyKennedy.com/correct opinions. It's a beautiful, family man Derek made it beautiful submission form. It's ways you're sending in. Send us your fan videos, your submissions, everything. I think the shelter kids are getting their laptops back because they're firing us up a lot of content. Okay, so thank y'all. So we're gonna dive into. We're just gonna do these again. So we got a lot of funny ones.
Shelter kid, oh.
It's not too long, is it?
Someone made the comment last week that it sounds a little too close to the VeggieTales theme song. Any thoughts? Care to comment?
Maybe it was intentional.
You guys ever think of that?
You guys ever think of that? Nothing gets past the recties. I give them that. Did they mean to put this out at the same time every week? VV writes in. That's what it says. The name VV. Respect. It kind of feels like when they're like
Vivo.
sign here and you just kind of click the first thing. It was just like name. He's like, I don't.
Whatever.
Hey, been listening to the podcast for years. Just heard the story about the sheltered school teacher who got in trouble for showing her shoulders during a marathon. Such a funny sentence. I'm guessing she attended or taught at PCC. You guys familiar with this? PCC?
No.
Is that a form of something?
Politically correct Christians.
Derek, do you know?
I don't know. I was guessing like Bob Jones University.
Parochial Church Council.
Parochial.
I would have never guessed that.
Parochial. I actually know what the word parochial means. I don't remember why or how. It means narrow-minded. So I think it's very funny. Did a church straight up just say like we are?
We're not going to be open to
locked
much.
Where is that school?
Well, I think it's a broader like denomination or something.
Oh.
Yeah. He goes, I was a non-sheltered kid, but I attended PCC for 2 years.
No way.
I had a friend who was a, quote, movie dealer. And there was a secret code for discussing the acquisition of movies that weren't allowed. I knew a guy who almost got kicked out after a pair of cheap headphones were found on his bed. And I heard of a couple getting kicked out not long after rumors of their hands touching under the hymnal spread.
Oh, that's code. Yes, I know. I know where that is.
Did he say that did he say?
Wait, that's actually, no, he's being like a literal hymnal spread.
Did he say that it was whatever you said? What was it?
Peruvian?
PCC, Parochial Council or whatever it was.
That's what he said it was?
That's what I'm saying.
How do
Because he
you
said
know?
PCC.
He is guessing.
I googled PCC.
Could have been Portland.
I'm using context clues.
But I'm just saying it could have been like Pensacola Christian College because one of our
Yeah,
I
was thinking that too.
super
Dang it, don't you hate this, dude? Because now it sounds like she's right. And I was so diminishing.
Wasn't that the college that one of our sheltered kids that
Yeah,
submitted
yes.
one of our, what was her name? I can't
Most
remember her
sheltered
name.
kid.
But
yeah.
she went there and she, I think, had to wear skirts also.
Or there's
See,
Portland
this is the
Community
female
College.
brain. They like remember details because they care.
Either way, the person writing this in is purely guessing. So it's not like either way, we don't know.
We don't know.
Right. And it would have been helpful if they, spelled that out.
He goes, so one time my parents and brother came to visit me. We were on spring break, which meant attending 5 mandatory sermons per day, but no assigned seating, which meant no way of proving who was or wasn't there. Pensacola is a beach town.
Katie got it right without looking at the email.
Oh, dude, she does that to me all the time. I'm like, no, Katie, you're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. And then she's like, but did you think of it this way? I was like, no. That was perfect.
They might be part of the
Parochial.
I like the narrow-minded church council or
It's
whatever.
kind of amazing that I googled PCC meeting like Christian sheltered as like the parochial church council is the executive committee of the Church of England.
Oh,
All right,
funny.
Pensacola's a beach town. There's a specific strip of beach the guys could go to, and a specific strip of beach the ladies could go to.
Oh wow.
Opposite sides of the city, of course. This way, everyone could be watched when they went to the beach to ensure school rules were being followed. Going to a boardwalk was a serious offense, as was going to an unapproved section of the beach. So, of course, I snuck off campus with a female friend to go to the beach with my family. As we sat at a pizza shop on the forbidden boardwalk on an unsanctioned section of beach during one of the mandatory spring break sermons, while I was also wearing shorts that didn't meet the guidelines. So that's 5 things he's doing wrong.
Yeah.
They had short guidelines for the guys too.
Sure.
Wow.
Well, you ever seen a guy in a nice 5-inch seam?
Yeah. Have you asking why our berries so good?
Full news crew showed up to do some sort of report on the Hooters across the boardwalk. Of course, as luck would have it, we were front and center in the background of the camera and behind the reporter. So we ducked behind my relatives, trying to convince them to hide us from the camera's view, as we were worried a teacher might recognize us on one of the evening news. Fortunately, we were distracted enough that the camera crew decided to film somewhere else, but we got back to my parents' hotel room to watch a movie. We invited some of our friends back to my parents' hotel to watch an unapproved Christian movie.
It was still Christian, but it was
unapproved.
it was like, well, it was left behind. We just don't believe in that theology.
Yeah. Man, can you imagine what a stressful spring break?
Pensacola's a beach
But
town.
it does seem like he kind of wanted to be near the Hooters after all this. So we're on to you, dude.
It's so
You ever been
great,
to
dude.
Hooters?
You know, the only time I've been was we shot that Chick-fil-A addict jean shorts video.
You did pop in, yeah.
Looking back, definitely could have just faked it. You didn't know I was mic'd up in there. We didn't film in there. I went in there for no reason in hindsight. But yeah, I went in for
I
5
think there's
seconds.
a little bit of all of us like, come on, go in there. Go in there. I've never been.
So like the video is like there is a Hooters right next to Chick-fil-A, so it worked out perfect for this video. And so I go into a Hooters mic'd up and I deliver the line I'm supposed to.
Oh, you're
the
playing
Hooters.
like a sheltered kid.
Yeah,
So
I was
you
really sheltered kid.
Actually walked in, we could hear him going, "Oh, I'm not in church anymore."
Oh my gosh! But I had to say that in a Hooters with no one else around me. I'm the host is like, "Hey, how many today?" I'm like, "I'm just gonna say something real quick."
You weren't being filmed.
No, from the out, Derica's 100 yards away in the
Audio's
parking
rolling.
lot,
Wired.
but audio is rolling.
But hey, it was more authentic in the moment.
I see. That's
So
funny.
I just I'm looking at
just
everyone,
by yourself.
and
Just
you're like, this is not what I thought it was gonna look like, and then I sprint out of there. So yes, I've been to a Hooters once before.
I'm sure you.
for 10 seconds.
Honestly, that was good entertainment for them.
You ever been to one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's like,
she lived in a beach town.
2 years employee of the month.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I'm joking. No, you haven't been to one.
No, I have been.
Why? For what?
It's fun.
Once in high school, a bunch
Whoa.
of people were going, and I.
Oh, bad. See, she was
your friend's
sheltered.
dad.
I told you.
And then another time.
I know.
And then another time, I was with a girl. It was a modeling job, and she like really likes.
What was a modeling job?
We were at a modeling job, and this was our lunch break.
Okay.
Whoa.
She really
You
really
were at
likes.
a model. You still kind of need to explain.
I
it,
was
right?
not modeling for Hooters.
Okay, there you
Okay, you were modeling for.
There, I was modeling
Twin
like
Peaks.
wedding dresses or
Oh,
something.
okay.
And she really actually likes their wings, and she was like, "I really want to get these chicken wings for lunch." So we went in there and got.
I had it Postmates once, which I even as a shelter kid, I was kind of like, oh.
I hope
Oh,
my
wow.
mom
Oh
doesn't
my
find
I got
out.
the wings. Like these wings have been around.
It's really not that. I mean, quite honestly, what they
Can we go sometime? I've never been.
No,
No, I've never even been close
there's.
to one.
I mean, it's not that.
Yeah, I mean the
could
food
easily
wasn't
go.
that good.
Yeah.
Anyways, how long have we been going?
Exactly
fancy
an
clock.
hour.
New fancy clock, guys. So that was a bit. I know exactly how long we've been going. And doing my computations, put in the ad reads, put in other stuff. We're probably right in an hour.
Yep.
Because we paused for a couple minutes. Mm-hmm. You didn't think of that, didn't you?
Good job.
I'm having a great time. What else do we don't have any fan videos? Guys, send your... Do we not?
No.
Send in some fan videos. Want to hear from you guys. Thank you.
Keep the conversation.
Correct opinions.
Keep this conversation going on Patreon. I got a couple more things I want to react to. Do you see the mom calling contest? I want to react to that.
Oh, yes.
And yeah, some other stuff. We'll do it on Patreon.
Yes, we gotta talk all about my lake weekend and ultrasound. And we're doing a
Home birth.
a glamour photo shoot with
Weird.
Thomas and stuff. So
We're not doing
I'm
a
excited about that. I
glamour
want to talk about it.
Glamour.
Yeah, patreon.com/Trey Kennedy. Love you guys. We'll talk to you next week. Have a great week. Peace.
Correct opinion.